got to let me know. Should I stay or should I go? If you say you will be mine, I'll love you till the end of time. So come on and let me know. Should I stay or should I go? Hey, Drew here from LearnGuitarInLondon.com. I'm playing Should I Stay or Should I Go by The Clash. We're just learning that intro and that sort of famous riff that's in there. Now this is really good for your basic open chord changes, okay? So it's got some great changes in there and a couple of new techniques that I'd like to introduce to you as well, because I know you can do it. So we're going to start off with the song. It starts on a D chord, okay? This is what a D chord looks like. Second fret, and third fret on the D, E and B string, okay? With that particular chord we strum the bottom 4 strings. Now we're going to do all down strums for this, okay? So no ups, and we're going to go down, down, open. Now I know that seems a bit weird, but that's what we're going to do, okay? That's what the song says to do and it sounds awesome. So we go down, down, open. So we're just going to let go with our fingers, but don't move them too far away from the fretboard. Don't spring your fingers away. We're then going to change to a G. So down, down, open. Get these fingers ready with a shape while they're open to come 2nd fret, 3rd fret and little finger on the 3rd fret as well. Okay, so that's 2nd fret on the A, 3rd fret on the E and little pinky on the bottom E. We're going to strum that G with downstrokes 3 times. Then we're going to do opens, okay? So it's D, open, G, 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 open. Then we're going to get back to D, okay, for 1 hit. Then we're going to stop the strings. Okay, I'll show you how to do that in a sec. Okay. Now the trickiest thing about that is you do the open after the G is coming to this D nice and quickly. So you really have to know your shape, all right? So you must get the hang of these open shapes and know them so that you don't really need to be thinking 1 finger at a time anymore. You're just thinking, right, that's a D, okay? You're still a bit slow on this. This song might not be for you at the moment, okay, on the D. Now, as soon as we strum the D, we're going to stop the strings. And that's called a rest. We're just going to take the fleshy part of our palm and just lay it down on the strings. You don't need to angle your hand or do any of this, or I've had students sometimes use their knuckles. Just pop your hand down on the strings. Just lay it down. So it's D, open G, open D, and then you stop the strings. Okay, we're then going to do this technique. So this is called muting. Okay, so we're deliberately kind of doing left hand muting on the strings. Okay, so what this means is we're going to place our fingers, or 1 finger, I just use spread fingers, okay, so like you're holding the guitar, over the strings, but don't press, because then you're going to get some horrible noises. Just place it lightly over the strings, don't press into the strings. So you get this kind of dull thud, which kind of makes the guitar sound like a drum. Okay? And we're just going to hit that 3 times. It's called left hand muting. Alright? So we're going to go D, open G, open D. Okay, so it's just a case of bringing your fingers over. We're then going to repeat that. Okay, so D, open G, 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 open D. Now, we're going to take our index finger, put it on the 5th fret on the E string. We're going to strike that note with our plectrum, that's an A, and we're going to hammer. Now in the video I picked it, it should be a hammer. So a hammer is where you hit, and then we're going to take our little finger and hit it. So notice I'm not picking. That's called a hammer, you hit down. So some advice on hammer-ons is use your fingertip and think of it like Bruce Lee's 1-inch punch, okay? So he came up with the idea that, well, not an idea, as an actual, he did it, which is where you could put in so much force with just an inch worth of movement, okay? It was all about the power behind it. And that's very similar to hammer-ons, okay? Well, it's not exactly the same. But you don't need much distance to get a good hammer-on. You can just slap your finger down, okay? So you strike the 5 and hammer 8 on the same string, okay? Notice these are on the same string, right? So it's... Okay, hear that? No, I'm not going... Good. So let's put together the whole intro now. So starting from the D, it's actually, so it's a bit faster than that. Okay, we then do more of our D-G idea. Okay, there's 2 of those where the singing is. But you don't do anything in the middle of the rest this time, so it's... Darling, you got to let me know. Should I stay or should I go? So it's actually 3 of the D open, 2 Ds open, 3 Gs open, back to D, stop idea. And then the next, we do that 3 times, then we've got this. So it's the same idea, but 2 Gs, open strings, F major 7, okay? Just strumming the D, G and B string, okay? And strumming that 3 times. So it's G, G twice, 3 strums of the F major 7, open strings, G, stop. Okay, I'll do that again. Okay, so it's just the same as the D to G idea, but we've just got 2 well, 1 new chord and 1 existing chord, but starting on that. We just do that once. Then we go back to... Okay, so let's talk about the order again. So 3 of D to Gs. Good idea to keep time. I'm just tapping to keep time. So this is where we go to G this time, F, back to D to G. Okay, we've then got an A chord, okay? 2nd fret on the D, G and B string, okay? Strumming the bottom 5. Now how many strums are we doing there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then on the 8, we're going to play a new chord. It's very easy. All we do is, it's an A7, and all we do is on that 8, we lift up that finger. Lift up the 3rd finger. So you're on 2, 2 now, not 2, 2, 2. So it's 7. And on that last one, notice I'm hitting it a bit harder, okay, just to really emphasise the change of chord, the A7 there. And then we go back to our D idea, okay? Now that's a really good song for changing your chord changes if you're starting to get to know your D, G, F major 7 quite well, okay? And you've also got 2 new techniques, muting and a hammer-on. There it is. Okay, so happy practicing, take care, see you soon.